Thanks for checking out my video. My name is Zoe Zimmermann. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and certified EFT practitioner. Over the years, when clients first call me, they often tell me that they've been working on something for a long time and nothing much seems to be happening. And when I ask them what they've been tapping on, it's often something really broad or global. And it's true that if we stay on that level, not much is going to change, or else the change is going to be very, very slow. There's a faster way, getting to core issues by getting really specific. Here's an example with low self-esteem, something that a lot of people say they have a problem with. Low self-esteem can be seen as an umbrella that spans over a number of core events. Anyone with low self-esteem knows it's real and knows when they're feeling it, but tapping on it at that level and staying very global doesn't tend to have much effect. It's sort of like Google Earth. You start way up in space and you zoom in more and more and more until you can see your very own house. So let's start by peeling off one layer of the onion of low self-esteem. So low self-esteem, just like any issue, is made up of different thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. For instance, just taking a guess, I believe I'm often wrong in how I think, what I say, and what I believe, and how I act. I feel I'm often wrong or bad. I put myself down and criticize myself a lot. I feel ashamed a lot of the time. Sometimes I think I shouldn't have even been born. I imagine other people thinking badly of me. I believe I can't do anything right, or that I fail at whatever I try. So that's one level, but it's still not specific enough. So zooming in, moving into specific times when these feelings, thoughts, and beliefs come up is going to help. So just picking one from above for now, I feel ashamed a lot of the time. Let's think about when we tend to feel that way. So again, guessing into some possibilities, when I make a mistake at work and my boss notices, when I slip on the ice and fall, when my hair doesn't look right in the morning, when a friend tells me I don't care about her because I didn't notice something about her, or when my spouse or partner gets angry because I didn't anticipate something. Now we're getting to something more specific. And getting specific is the core of getting to core issues. Usually with something as big and long-term as low self-esteem, it started when we were little kids, with specific childhood events or patterns of events. So picking one of the times from above, when shame tends to happen, my spouse or partner getting angry at me when I don't anticipate something, I can ask myself, when have I felt this specific kind of shame before around somebody getting angry when I didn't anticipate something? Often, or almost always, the current situation and our reaction to it is pretty precisely similar in structure to the original event. So, for instance, I have a lot of clients who say that their parents suddenly got angry and the child had no idea what they had done. In our scenario, let's say my mom yelled at the 5-year-old me for not noticing that the floor was dirty and not cleaning it before she got home, and I feel ashamed. You can see how the structure of my spouse or partner getting angry at me when I don't anticipate something is really similar to my mom getting angry when I didn't know the floor was dirty and didn't know I was supposed to clean it before she got home. So now we're at the core issue because we have concrete core events and we can tap on them, trying to be as specific as possible. So I'm just going to show you the beginning of a tapping round each time with these examples. This is not the whole round or the whole way that EFT looks. For more on EFT, contact me through my website, www.eft-emotionalfreedom.com. So, now if we're tapping on what we were talking about, my mom yelling at me, I can start by tapping, even though when I remember my mom yelling, "Why didn't you see the floor was dirty?" I feel shame hot in my face, and I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. And I keep tapping on that until the shame feeling is gone. And what tends to happen with something as long-term, or even with each individual incident, there are other feelings that are hidden underneath the first feeling, like it comes in layers. So there might be fear or anger or sadness under the shame. So we can tap. Even though I was so afraid when Mom's voice got really loud, I deeply and completely accept myself. And we keep tapping on that until the fear is down or cleared. And now maybe I'll get angry. Even though I'm angry that she screamed at me and blamed me when I couldn't have known I was supposed to clean the floor, I deeply and completely accept myself. And finally, a feeling of sadness might come up, and then we can tap on that. Even though I'm so sad that here I was, a little girl being yelled at, I never had a childhood. I deeply and completely accept myself, and I accept my little girl self. So each of these emotions will maybe need more than one round of tapping, maybe not. And what often comes up too is that we start to get insights as we're tapping on these things. For instance, maybe I'll notice that it wasn't the child's job to notice the floor was dirty. Or maybe it's not the child's job, especially at 5 years old, to clean it. Or maybe Mom was so stressed out about her own life or had baggage from her childhood and she was taking it out on the child. So tapping on all of what comes up around each specific incident tends to make noticeable changes in how we relate to past events and makes changes in our current life and relationships too. For more on EFT, contact me through my website, www.eft-emotionalfreedom.com.